Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Today we're going to be talking about the OCG ban list, a very interesting ban list, and I mean, you could apply some things to this list to what Konami might be doing to the TCG list. Overall, it's just a really interesting list. The OCG list always seems like a balanced list, for the exception of Heavy Storm being limited to one, but that's for a whole different story. Let's get into the cards on here. Limited, it's Artifact, Moral Attack, Armageddon Knight, Dragon Refine, Dragon Shrine, Needlebug Nest. Now, I'm going to go to my 2014 April list, and I'm going to type in Dragon Refine. People pronounce it Ravine. I like Refine better. Is it not on the list? Yeah, it's not on here. Wait, let me make sure. OCG News, Dragon Ravine. Yes, Ravine. Nope. Dragon Refine is not on this list whatsoever, so it was completely hit to one. I guess Konami didn't want to destroy Dragoonities like they did out here, because without Refine, the deck is extremely dead. But at the same time, they wanted to completely address Dragon Rulers for the 19th millionth time, and hopefully did it right this time. Over in the TCG, Dragon Rulers aren't necessarily the best deck in the format, but it's still a deck that really shouldn't exist in their own self. Them being able to interact with the self is a huge mistake by Konami. I'm pretty sure that they meant for the cards to be in their own deck, but then they released cards like Curry Bandit and stuff like that to revive the deck after they essentially killed it. In the OCG, I guess they're not getting Curry Bandit soon, I think actually they do have Curry Bandit. Yeah, so never mind. But they limited Dragon Refine, Dragon Shrine just to slow down the deck. Needlebug Nest, I think, is hit for all types of reasons. Not only the Dragon Ruler aspect, just in case they wanted to go that route. That, with Curry Bandit, pretty much revives the deck still. Light Sworns can use it. And now Shadows. I believe if it works right, then Shadows will be able to use it. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out how Shadows exactly work so I can play them for the channel. They seem like an extremely interesting deck. Something that I don't want to say I would pick up just right now, because I don't know 100% how the deck plays. I've been playing around with it, especially since my scrubby friend came over and it was like, dude, we'll play Shadows. And, you know, he was scrubbing out with it. It was hilarious. But still trying to learn the deck. But I'm pretty sure Needlebug Nest is an amazing card for it. I know for a fact Armageddon Knight was hit because of Shadows. Being able to summon and dump a Shadow, set up your play. It adds a lot of speed to the deck, and it's a searchable warrior. Artifact, Moral Attack, and the OCG. Excuse me. And the OCG Artifact Chronomalies were the one that was dominating before Shadows came along. Hitting Moral Attack completely destroys artifacts, in my opinion. It addresses them. It says, hey, we were dumb for making a retarded deck that just requires monsters to be set and destroy cards to destroy this, to destroy cards to destroy this. I completely applaud Konami for addressing artifacts immediately. Now, I don't think that the deck is dead. I just think the deck is a lot less splashable inside of other decks, which artifacts should be playing with artifacts. Semi-limited is Elemental Hero Bubbleman, Nebra Disc, Wind Up Shark, TG Striker, Mizuki, Legendary 6 Samurai Sheen, Evil Swarm Ophion, Abyss Sphere. Now, before you guys start saying, oh no, they semi-limited Bubbleman, and they semi-limited Abyss Sphere and Ophion, these cards were permanently limited to one on the OCG 2014 April Forbidden list. So these cards are coming down a notch off the list. Bubbleman being a significant card, because from what I remember, Bubble Beat used to be, or was one of the best decks in the format. Also, OTKs were performed with Stratos and Bubbleman, and I guess OCG got sick and tired of it. Now I believe that they believe the game has since surpassed that, and they believe that Bubbleman can come down. It's still interesting how they still have Stratos at 1 and we have Stratos at 0. Stratos still hasn't proven itself to be that broken card that it is, and that TCG said it was on our format, but maybe they just don't want us to play heroes, or they wanted to ban Stratos for the time being and then put it down to 1 to bring up hype for elemental heroes. I know your little tricks, Konami. I know your business schemes. Don't try to play me. Nebra Disc is an obvious hit. I guess they want to completely destroy that Chronomaly artifact deck type, that whole little thing in every OCG player's mind. Granted, I applaud them for not putting Nebra Disc at 1 because it would completely kill Chronomalies. they essentially need Neighbor Disk. They need Neighbor Disk to operate. It makes them, I don't want to say really good, I want to say workable and a lot better than what they were. This obvious limitation is to address both the artifacts and still give the Chronomalies the card that they essentially need. Wind Up Shark to 1. For you guys do not know, a Wind Up Carrier is at 1 in this metagame. I have mixed reviews on Wind Up Shark, mainly because from what I've seen, Shark didn't do much. Like Wind Ups didn't do much in the TC or in the OCG period, but they obviously have their reasons. It's a lot of dirt combos with that deck, so I'm not gonna really complain. TG Striker and Mizuki to 2. Now I really want to see where these cards were beforehand. So T.G. Is it wow? It was at 1. That sucks. And Mizuki was at 1. So these cards are coming down in the list 2-2. I think that's amazing. Mizukis don't do much in our format. That doesn't make them necessarily a bad deck. They just don't do much in our format. So I like to see that. Also with Legendary 6 Samurai Sheen, 6 Sams are completely dead. Whereas if you can get over their first push, if you can get over their Sheen combo, then you win. I mean, it's nothing else to that. It's a 100% dead deck. There's just so many decks that outclass it or just drop bigger monsters without, without any cost or any spell cards and whatever. And then 6 Samurais just say, well, I'm going to flip the table because I lose. Sheen to 2, I'm not really for it because I'm not for the deck type, but from a Konami standpoint, I can see why they put it down 2-2. Next is no longer on the list, which is extremely interesting. Like I was surprised when I saw it. Chaos Sorcerer, I love that. Plague Spreader, Cyberstein, Rescue Rabbit, Tinky, Royal Tribute. Oh my god. Black Whirlwind and Sacred Swords of the 7 stars. I guess Konami feels that Sacred Swords is no longer a threat with Ravine and Dragon Ravine to 1. They also feel that Black Wings deserve their Black Whirlwind, so kudos to them. The Royal Tribute to no longer limited is something that really gets to me, so I'm a little iffy. At one hand, you get to punish Pendulum Summon players, because if you're Pendulum Summoning, you have to run a high count of monsters, so you get to punish them with Royal Tribute. On the other hand, it's at 3, so opening up Royal Tribute is a lot easier in the OCG. But then again, they have Heavy Storm, they have a plethora of the cards to address Gravekeepers, period. Is Royal Tribute the broken card? Yes. Should it stay limited? Yes. Should Heavy Storm be unbanned? Yes. But this is coming from Gladiator Beast player, so don't play me no mind. Next would be Fire Information Tinky. I never feel that Tinky should ever be hit, and Konami just likes to waddle with Tinky hits. It was at 2 in them in the last format. Now it's at 3. Good job, Konami. Now this is going to be scratching my head. Rescue Rabbit at 3. I know a couple of people that will love Konami and try to move over to the OCG just because Rescue Rabbit's at 3. Ophion's at 2, so that means more Evil Swarm plays. Let me check if there's any other affected Evil Swarm cards, because if not, Evil Swarms, nope, just Ophion. Yep, 101, just Ophion. Evil Swarms will rant and rave about this card because it's that good for them. They'll probably play 3 with no other normal monsters just because, oh, I can open first turn Ophions. That's amazing. And Rescue Rabbit has a whole bunch of other applications. I mean, from what I know, Tour Guide's at 3. Dino Rabbit is setting the tone for that. Macro Rabbit is doomed for at least a couple of tournament wins. Yeah, Tour Guide's unlimited. So that Rescue Rabbit has me scratching my head. Cyberstein to 3 is extremely funny. Pay 5,000 life points to get Effect Veiler. Nothing else to say about that. Plague Spreader Zombie, I have nothing else to say about because it's Plague Spreader. It's not good as it used to be. It's actually a pretty bad card if you use it in the wrong times. And Chaos Sorcerer, I'm excited about that. I love that they have BLS. Do they have BLS? Let me just make 100% sure. Man, I love this guy. Black Luster. Yeah, they have it at 1. Sweet. I'm just extremely excited that they get to play Chaos. They get to play Debrisheim. They get to play so many decks. So I am like so jelly. They get to play so many old decks that we were playing. And I am extremely jealous of the OCG because they get to play all those cool decks. But then again, none of those decks are competitive anymore. Thank you guys for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Hopefully, I would like to see what do you guys think this application or this list will have towards our list, or what effects do you think Konami will make towards our list. Granted, it's hard to gauge both of them because this is a completely different card game. Like we play America card game, they play Asian card game, and as you guys can see, a lot of people think the Asian card game is superior, but the grass is not always greener on the other side. So just let me know what you guys think about this list. Also, what do you guys think should happen to our list? I know I'm going to get a lot of, dude, they should unban it, dude. But I really would like to see you guys support your argument. If you can support your argument, I'm all for you. I'll just, good job. I support that. That's great. Even if I necessarily don't like it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. That doesn't work still. Whatever. You guys didn't see me.